How's it going, YouTube? Tunerity here. Welcome back to another chapter comparison. Today we're going to be comparing chapter 98 to the movie, and while there wasn't a whole lot of changes, there was one core change that kind of made a lot of sense when it comes to the character of Cell Max specifically, and how Pan would be acting in this situation, as well as Gohan. And it has to do with the Senzu Bean. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you've probably already seen this before. So we're just going to start from the beginning. So Gamma 2's sacrifice, whenever he's ready to sacrifice himself, Gamma 1 is a lot more hesitant to let him sacrifice himself in the movie. He's like, no, don't do this, are you crazy, blah, blah, blah. In the manga, he's pretty chill with it. He's a little shocked, but then he's like, he's giving it his all, his big attack, you know? And he's not like desperately trying to plead with his brother to not sacrifice himself. So that was a change from the movie. Another change is that whenever Gamma 2 goes up into the atmosphere and he's charging up, we actually get a shot of Bulma, Krillin, and Pan in Bulma's ship. And this kind of puts you in the mindset of, okay, we're following Bulma's ship, there's Pan, so you're kind of following them during this chapter. Bulma's like, what are they up to? Krillin's like, peppering them with shots. I get it, they're creating an opening for the guy who flew up high. I think I'm needed, stay safe. So after he says stay safe, he heads off. Now in the movie, whenever Cell Max is going after Android 18, Krillin kind of shoots his Destructo Disc at his head. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but, you know, kind of pushes him. It doesn't push him back, but it kind of like just keeps him at bay from Android 18 long enough so that she can be safe, you know, from Cell Max's attack. However, in the manga, what happens is Krillin shoots his Destructo Disc through one of Cell Max's energy blasts and cuts it in half, saving Android 18's life. So that's pretty cool. Some more Krillin shine. If you saw my last video, he also gave Krillin some shine with rescuing Pan. So that's pretty nice there. Another thing is the sacrifice of Gamma 2. When Gamma 2 sacrifices himself and goes through Cell Max's arm, we actually get a nice panel of Gamma 2 falling through Cell Max's arm, and you can actually see it ripping off. It's beautifully, beautifully drawn. Toyotaro has really been stepping it up. Alright, and we also get a scene really just straight from the movie of Piccolo growing big, but one thing that's different about this scene is that he grows big, and we get this beautiful panel, absolutely gorgeously drawn from Toyotaro, straight from the movie. It's Piccolo holding Cell Max at bay by the foot, and then we actually see him whenever he pushes Cell Max back, and Cell Max does the backflips and stuff. Instead of throwing a bridge at him like Piccolo does in the movie, Piccolo shoots a blast of energy from his mouth. Very primal, very cool. The last change I'm going to be talking about today, and probably the biggest and most impactful change, is that of Pan. So, if you were paying attention last time, Pan didn't fly whenever she was in the explosion at the base, and Krillin ended up saving her. This time we actually get a change to how she flies for the first time, and it has to do with the Senzu Bean scene. So in the movie, we actually see Piccolo hand Gohan a Senzu Bean, and it's pretty simple. Piccolo gives him a pep talk. He hands him the Senzu Bean, Gohan eats it, powers up, and then the movie plays on from there. But here, in the manga, I think Toyotaro makes a pretty nice change, which is Piccolo goes to hand Gohan the Senzu Bean, but whenever he hands him the Senzu Bean, Cell Max blasts it out of his hand. Again, something that people complained in the movie, like, what is Cell Max doing, just standing there doing nothing while Gohan is taking the Senzu Bean? There were defenses that were decent, like, okay, well, maybe he doesn't know what a Senzu Bean is, you know, all that stuff. But, point is, this Cell Max figures probably the Senzu Bean is valuable, so he blasts Piccolo's hand, the Senzu Bean goes flying, and they're all clamoring for the Senzu Bean, but nobody can quite get a hold of it. And what ends up happening is Pan leaves the ship. Bulma's like, Pan, where are you going? And Pan actually jumps off, which is done earlier in the manga. If you'll remember, with Piccolo, she was training with Piccolo, and she jumped off after a frog and ended up catching herself on a branch off of a cliff. And so she does that here, except she actually flies back up to her father and hands him the Senzu Bean. And, you know, I really like this scene because I think it's executed better in this manga than in the movie. Because in the movie, Gohan sees Pan flying at the end of the movie. It's a nice little heartfelt moment. I liked it. But here it's more impactful because Pan plays a important role in the plot by giving her dad the senzu bean that he's going to need to power back up. And we get that emotional impact of Gohan worrying about Pan whenever she's falling off the cliff. Then she floats up and he says, "You're flying, wow, Pan." And then Pan says, "Haha, I'm doing it. Daddy, I got the senzu, catch." And then Gohan catches it. That proud father smile. Gohan's such a good dad. We get some good dad Gohan moments there. And then he tells Pan, "Thanks, stay back, go back to the ship and move a little further." And Pan says, "Okay, Daddy, fight real hard, okay?" And then Gohan does the thumbs up and flies off. Sorry for my awful Pan impression. But that was it was a really nice, emotional, impactful scene that I think, honestly, the movie did not execute as well as the manga. So that was a score for the manga. And then, of course, the chapter ends right whenever Cell Max is rising back up. And we are probably going to see Beast Gohan in this manga. Next chapter, most likely. Now, is this going to end next chapter? Is the superhero arc going to end? Probably not. I mean, I would like it if it could, but I could see Toyotaro stretching this out for another 2 chapters. That would put us at about January 1st, I would figure. Let's see, October, November, December. Yeah, so we will probably be getting the start of the next arc by January 1st, 2024, which, you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty excited, and the announcement of Dragon Ball Daima has really improved my perspective on this manga, and I'm really excited to see where we're going after this. But I'm also, you know, we're at the climax. They're making some good changes, and I'm really enjoying it, and I love the art. The art continues to be stunning. Toyotaro's really stepping his game up lately. So, did you enjoy this chapter? Let me know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video, and of course, as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.